Welcome to the Blooming League of Original Podcasts.
Namaste! Come with us as we travel around the world in 80 plays. I'm Lizzie B and that's
Alfie Parker.
And we are joined as always by our very own Spice Girl, Dolly Spice. For this week's episode, the bus has rolled all the way to Cardiff on the 7th stop of the Sister Act UK and Ireland tour. So, to refresh your memory, we're exploring the UK and Ireland's wonderful arts history and culture as we make our way from city to city with Sister Act the musical. We've just had a 2-week break. How was it for you, Alfie?
Yes, very nice actually. We needed a break.
It was quite a long slog, that first bit.
Yeah, but it was good. It was good. Filling it with this and that, but having a well-deserved little break. How was it for you, Lizzie?
Oh, it was beautiful. It was just nice to be at home and be at home together.
Yes. Yeah, it was nice.
We saw my parents, didn't we? Went
did.
bowling with Nanny Sue.
We did. I'm terrible at
Alfie
bowling.
had a terrible old
If
time.
if you ever see any social media kind of footage of me bowling, I am hideous. I've never really been good at it unless the barriers are up, but I'm 29.
Alfie was having a mental breakdown this time round.
Yeah, I've had many of those.
And it doesn't help that my mum is like amazing at every sport as well.
Yeah.
And she's very competitive.
Bit of context for you all, Lizzie's mum, Sue J. Shout out to Sue, is a very good athlete and was a very good teacher.
And I obviously inherited all of those skills. Very, very sporty.
I've seen you dance, Tracy.
We did that. We went to the pumpkin patch.
Yeah, we did. It was spooky season.
And it's always the best day of the year because Dolly loves it. And Dolly picks her own pumpkin, whichever one she puts her snout on. That's Dolly's pumpkin.
It was quite a walk to the pumpkin patch, wasn't it?
Yeah, but it was nice.
It was nice, but it was a very steep down and uphill walk. We went to a pumpkin patch, it was like an independent farm near us, well, like a bus away. And it was very eventful. It was very fun, and we enjoyed it. And we bought pumpkins.
Why are you making it sound like it was awful? I thought you enjoyed it.
I did enjoy it, but I remember the walk going up and down the hill.
You're making us sound really lazy.
No, because you had to be there. The hill was really steep.
Well, they weren't there, were they?
Picture this. You're on a hill, Lizzie's got the dog, and Dolly has the zoomies. And it's like at any moment they could both go rolling down.
Yeah, the risk factor was high.
Risk reward.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely.
So it's all good. But anyway, has it been easy getting back into the habit? Well, you don't wear one.
Oh.
And I only have like a fake one. Got a possibly version. But yeah, it's been lovely being back. We both love Cardiff, which is where we are currently. And I always look forward to this theatre. We'll talk more about the Wales Millennium Centre later, but it's definitely one of the favourites.
It's really nice.
Yes, it's exactly the same group at the moment. There are people leaving soon, but not yet.
They are leaving soon. Some people are not leaving soon. I'm sure you can.
Alfie's never leaving.
I'm sure you can work out who's leaving. I am never leaving.
Alfie's staying in the Sister Act forever and ever, amen.
Oh, forever. Yeah, so hey, there's a production going to Australia.
Yep, Sister Act in Australia.
Yeah.
Next summer, apparently. Spoiler alert.
Yeah, spoiler alert.
So, yeah, very exciting.
Maybe people didn't know. Maybe I wasn't meant to say.
No, we've been speaking about it pretty openly.
Yeah. I'm not involved, but hey, maybe I will be. Is there one in Asia? I made that up.
You've made that up.
I have made that up. There's one in the Netherlands, which I'm also not involved in, but...
Why are you talking about it then?
Because you never say never. They might be listening. They might go, oh, Alfie really wants to go to the Netherlands. See? That's what I plug myself for. It's networking.
Big weirdo. It's taken over the world.
Do you know what? It really is. Because as you know, there'll be 2 productions in the UK going on at the same time.
Oh, I wonder who's going to be in it.
I've got no idea.
Anyway, we've been asked some fan questions, Alfie.
Oh, yeah.
So these have been sent in to us from Diana P. So thank you so much for sending some in. As if you listen, you will know at the end of each episode, we always encourage people to get in touch. So if Diana's questions inspire you, then please send in some of your own. But the first question is, I know you are in Cardiff this week. She saw Wednesday's matinee and she's back to see us again on Friday. How exciting. What is your favourite place to see and or activity to do when you come to Cardiff?
That's a good one. For me, it is the Bay. I kind of like it.
Thanks.
Yeah, love spending time with my Bay. Yeah, I just like the Bay. Also, the theatre is gorgeous. It's nice being near the water. And if I'm honest, I haven't really explored too far out of like the centre of Cardiff.
We're not even in the centre though. Like the Bay isn't the centre.
Oh, okay. Well, I've not explored anywhere near the centre then. I've only really explored the Bay.
We went to the centre last year. We went to the centre when we saw Jacob supporting Little Mix.
Oh, yes. I forgot that was in Cardiff.
So shout out to Jacob Fowler. He used to be in a band called Since September, which Alfie was obsessed with. They won Little Mix a Search, and we came to Cardiff last year to watch them. It was the best night ever.
So good.
So that was in the centre of Cardiff, but Wells Millennium Centre is in Cardiff Bay, so it's not even the centre.
Okay, well, sorry, Diana. My knowledge of Cardiff is not great. I haven't really...
We've done Cardiff Castle before.
Oh, yeah. Of course. I know it's slightly better, actually.
Alfie's talking as if he's never been to Cardiff.
And the museum.
Alfie's been to Cardiff loads of times.
I'm sorry.
The museum was brilliant, actually.
Yes, the museum was brilliant.
So, yeah, we love Cardiff, Diana. Just ignore Alfie.
Sorry, Diana.
But, yeah, I think the theatre is just so nice. And Cardiff Bay is a lovely area, so it's nice to be around there. Diana also said she's visited 6 different theatres to date following Sister Act around, with probably another 2 next year. Super fan. Do you have any idea of how many different theatres you have acted in throughout your careers, and do you have a top 3?
Wow.
Who do you think's performed in more, Al?
Me or you? Do you think it's me? Do we class Doncaster Leisure Centre as a theatre?
Oh, I think you have to, because I don't think it gets bigger or better than Doncaster Dome.
Is it me?
No!
It may be with a touring aspect, because like you do shows in like one place.
Pinky Boots was your first tour, and I'd done 2 tours before that, and been to Australia and Hong Kong.
The answer, Diana, is Lizzie. Lizzie's done more.
Well, because the big flex here is that my professional stage debut was at the Sydney Opera House.
Yes.
That was pretty cool. So that would definitely go in my top 3. And actually, I would say Melbourne Arts Centre as well, because they were so welcoming to me and my colleagues when we were there. Literally, like, went above and beyond. They were just so nice. And then I think I would have to say London Coliseum, because I mean I couldn't have asked for a more amazing venue really to do Hairspray in. So Doncaster Dome is obviously in your top 3.
Doncaster Dome, because they have a little like, so basically after the show you can go swimming,
ice skating
or the soft play,
get an umbongo. Other drinks are available, but umbongo is an elite drink.
That is where I was working with an actor called Henry Metcalf, who is sadly no longer with us. He was an icon, and he ate my pizza during the show without telling me. So that's, yeah.
What's the one where you had to have a smaller set? The Wheel or something?
Oh, yeah, the Wheel. Is it the Wheel?
Yeah, it's called like the Wheel or something.
No, I don't.
The Wagon Wheel or something.
Isn't that a little biscuit?
No, I swear it's called something like the Wagon Wheel.
We'll come back to the Wheel.
Have a look. You keep talking.
In all seriousness, the New London, known now as the Gillian Lynn Theatre, because that is where I made my West End debut.
What show, Alfie?
In case you didn't know, I was...
Winding Wheel.
Winding Wheel.
Chesterfield Winding Wheel.
Yeah, that was a good one. As I was talking about me, I made my West End debut at the New London, now known as the Gillian Lynn, where I was a swing in the original West End cast of School of Rock, I'll have you know. I was in the West End there for about 16 months, and I haven't been back since. That's up there. I made my professional debut at Buxton Opera House. So I would say that is actually... And you're back there for your birthday next year? We are touring. Full circle. Yeah, we're touring back to Buxton for my 30th with Sister Act. So I'm actually looking forward to that. Big night out in Buxton. Oh, yeah, there's like one pub. It's going to be... But what do you most look forward to in Buxton? The taps in the ground, where you can have a lovely glass of refreshing water just in the street. I enjoy that. So that's up there, the Gillian Lynn, and probably... I think it is Doncaster Dome. Is it called the Dome? Yes. I think it is one of my favourite venues because... God's Because basically it wasn't a leisure centre. We did Joseph there, and they rolled out carpet to cover up the badminton courts.
And Asda Cafe across the road.
There was an Asda Cafe across the road.
And you stayed in the Holiday Inn. And look, if this isn't love, I don't know what is. I spent Christmas in Doncaster Holiday Inn.
Was a great Christmas.
And that's when we saw Cats, the movie.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God. No. What a bleak Christmas that was. You know that carol, In the Bleak Midwinter? That was my experience in Doncaster.
Yeah, it was not good. Not a... Look, no, you know, the theatre could have been better.
Job to job, babe.
Absolutely.
Okay, so the final question was, and I love how you phrased this, Diana. This might well sound like a case of taking Coles to Newcastle, but have you ever done or thought of doing a theatre tour? I did a tour of the new theatre in Cardiff a few months ago. It lasted about an hour and 45 minutes and was totally fascinating from start to finish, as the people talking to us were so passionate about its history. It is the oldest remaining theatre in Cardiff at 117 years old. That's so cool. I've never done a tour of a theatre. Obviously, we, by working in them, see a lot more of the theatre than the average person would anyway. Actually, it's really great because for this podcast, we have to do loads of research about the theatres and we learn stuff that we wouldn't have known otherwise.
That is true, yeah.
Yeah, there's bits of a theatre that I've never seen. Like, I've never been up to a fly floor.
I have.
Have you?
I've got a fear of heights.
Yeah.
So I made it my... Not to talk about School of Rock again.
Oh,
but
geez.
when I wasn't on stage, I made it my mission to watch the show from everywhere that people would work on. Because I was so keen and, like, I had the time. Because normally, I mean, since doing that and being off stage, I've never had the opportunity to do it again. So I watched the show from the fly floor. I watched the show from the follow spots. Yeah, I just thought, why not get a bit of it? I really enjoyed it. I mean, the view from the fly floor is not great, and I watched it from the sound department, which was under the stage at Gillian Lynn.
Why don't you just marry the Gillian Lynn Theatre?
I would if they'd actually, let me back into the West End, but it's
Not
been
gonna happen.
9 years.
Not talented enough.
Oh, one day I'll be back. One day doing a theatre tour. Yes,
Dream role.
My dream roles there, King George.
If you're listening, Cam Matt, he's very interested.
Very interested. I'm available and cheap.
Very cheap. Very, very cheap.
One of your cheaper options.
Will perform for hot dogs. Oh dear.
If you were to do a tour, would you pick a venue? I have one. Is there any theatre?
Yours is going to be stupid.
No, it's going to be the Doncaster Dome. Because I want to have a look at the ball pool and the swimming pools.
I don't know. I just feel like we're so lucky because, like I said, we see so much more of them than people would otherwise.
Yeah, maybe not. It's a little bit busman's holiday for us, only because we are backstage a lot anyway, and we do kind of see a lot of it. So yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe not.
Don't know. Anyway, we are in Cardiff this week.
There you are.
Bit flat.
Available.
Will perform.
We'll perform for hot dogs.
If in fact, if they just made you one of those hats with the string on it and the hot dog like on the string in front of your face,
yeah,
you'd put loads of effort in.
I would. I wouldn't mark it for once. Be good.
You said it. No, we're having a lovely week in Cardiff, aren't we, Al?
Yeah, staying with Neil.
Staying with Neil.
Our musical director, Neil MacDonald.
Our lovely musical director, and Dolly is absolutely buzzing that Neil is there, honestly. We're so lucky with Dolly because she loves people and she finds having company from other people so exciting.
Yeah.
And Neil quite often has got home before us each night and we go in and they're cuddling.
Always cuddling. Neil and Dolly, little romance.
And it's nice because our digs here are genuinely a 30-second walk from the theatre. Lovely Airbnb.
Yes, Diana, this is one of the reasons why I haven't really ventured out this week, because I am round the corner, Chelps.
But yeah, we are in Cardiff, as we keep saying. It's the capital city of Wales. Big up Wales. You're doing Swansea as well.
Yes.
And I did Llandudno on the last bit, which is one of the best tour venues because it's a nice seaside town. And you were going there, but not anymore.
Cancelled. I've never been to Swansea, I don't think.
No, I don't think I have. That'll be
exciting.
Nice. As usual, we travelled by train, didn't we? And we came all the way from Brighton. We've actually weirdly done that journey quite a few times because even though Alfie's chosen to forget about it, we go to Cardiff quite a lot. And the journey was fine because you pretty much go into London and then it's a straight train from Paddington.
Oh, yeah.
So it's not too bad.
No, fine. Only a couple of hours, really.
Yeah, not too bad
Not
at all.
bad.
It's been an amazing audience reaction so far. It's the second time that the Sister Act tour has come here, because I was here, weirdly, exactly a year ago, because I had Halloween in Cardiff. And it's so nice to be back, because last year when I was here, I had my COVID booster, and my COVID booster gave me the flu, and I missed half the week. And I was so gutted, because I love Cardiff and I love the Wales Millennium Centre so much. So far this week, I've done the whole week, and I'm planning to try and get through this 3 weeks and just power through no matter what, because don't cry everyone, but it's coming to the end of my time on the tour. So yeah, I'm just hoping to get through these next 3 weeks without any hiccups and enjoy my time. Oh, shut up. The only bad thing about the Wales Millennium Centre,
I know what you're going to say.
it's not dog friendly.
It is a shame.
And we're talking like really not dog friendly.
Get your dog away from the theatre.
Yeah.
Kind of unfriendly.
That's a shame. But that's why having digs that are so close has been an absolute godsend. And Dolly has had amazing dog care this week.
Yes, big up Jess Takes the Lead.
They had her last year and they loved her. She loved them. They were so brilliant, because we've mentioned it on here with trying to get dog care in each of the cities. It's really difficult because a lot of places just won't take dogs they don't know. But Jess Takes the Lead was recommended to me through my friend Laura Mansell, who I did Fat Friends the musical with. They were brilliant last year, so we've used them again twice this week, and they've been amazing again. And it's just great that Dolly is kind of getting some stimulation being with other dogs and other people. And
yeah, she absolutely loves it.
Yeah, she does love it. So that's been really good. Anything else to add, Alfred?
Oh, there's a lovely Sainsbury's near the theatre that we pop into every evening. But on a serious note, I think the audience reaction here is like one of the best that you can get.
And it kind of shows how amazing Sister Act is, that within a year we have come back to the same venue and it's sold out both times with an incredible reaction.
Absolutely.
The demand is there for the show.
You got people singing the songs as they're leaving, like outside in the street singing, and it's just really nice.
Yeah.
Rowdy and lovely.
Definitely. So moving on to the tour now. This week we've been performing in the Wales Millennium Centre. So I'm going to tell you some facts about it.
Ooh, a bit passive aggressive, wasn't it?
Just listen to me, yeah?
Yeah, you've done your research and I am excited.
You ready to be wowed?
Wow me.
It's the second largest stage in Europe.
What's first?
Dunno. Get on Google.
Right.
But that's pretty cool, isn't it? I didn't know that.
It's a big stage though, isn't it?
Big old stage. Big up.
What a barn.
What do you call me?
Biggest stage in Europe. Is it Doncaster?
Shut up about Doncaster Dome.
It is... Oh, sorry. Oh, give me a sec.
At this point, can you edit in, you know, that music where it's like just waiting noise?
Please. I believe it is, if I am right, the Friedrichstadtpalast.
In?
I'm guessing that's Germany. Yeah, we come back to that. I think it's in Frankfurt.
Oh, where Cats was on when you were there.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, when you said that name of that theatre, I thought, I think that's where Cats was on when you were there.
I think so. I think. Oh, no. Oh, sorry, no, that's a cinema. This is why I don't do this. This is your section.
I wasn't expecting questions. I just come with the facts.
Look, it's hard to say on Google, but let's say it's in Frankfurt, Germany.
Here's some more facts. The outside is clad in slate from Welsh quarries.
I did know that.
Are you just trying to ruin my entire segment?
But I've heard that before.
Every time you do your Dolly bit later, I'm going to go, I knew that. What's this? What's that?
You don't know what me and Dolly did. You
Yes,
weren't there.
I do.
No.
I've seen the pictures.
Yes, I know, but you don't know about the Beastie Benches and their origin, do you? Spoiler alert, you'll find out in a bit.
No one likes your section anyway. They wish Dolly presented it.
She can.
Hey guys,
No.
here's what I did this week. That's Dolly's voice, by the way.
Yeah, right. A little bit of just so you know, when we rescued Dolly, the agreement was that Lizzie could pick the name and I could pick the voice.
So are you going to present her section as her this week?
Yeah, it'll be me and Dolly this week.
Okay, you might get vocal damage, but it'll be worth it. Back to the Welsh Millennium
Sorry,
Centre.
I won't interrupt you though.
The bronze-coloured dome was built to withstand the weather of Cardiff Bay. Very strong, and this I really liked. The inscription on it, so when you see pictures of it, there's basically this massive inscription in Welsh on the outside, and it translates to, "In these stones horizons sing."
Very nice.
Isn't that beautiful?
It's nice. I didn't know that.
So that all so far was from Wikipedia. Then I had been convinced that someone had told me about the wooden design of the inside being built to support acoustic performances. So I'm pretty sure that one time when I was at Wales Millennium Centre, and again, it will help if you Google pictures of the inside of the theatre for this, the inside is all wooden. And where the balconies are, it's all these kind of what looks like randomly aligned panels of wood. And I had been told that they were actually all specifically angled so that the sound could bounce off them. Sorry, Alfie's just yawning. So rude.
No, not in a rude way. I'm yawning. I'm very tired. But I'm still here recording it because I'm very excited to. Just a cheeky yawn. It's not about your section, I promise.
You just wait till you're trying to do your section. Anyway, I've been told that they'd been aligned so that the sound bounced off and the acoustics were supported throughout the whole theatre. And I don't know who told me that, but then I went on hyperjoinery.co.uk.
Is it like wood by any chance?
Well, my factoid was confirmed.
Right.
It said the wooden design inside creates warm acoustics.
To be honest, the sound is probably some of the best you'll get.
Yeah, it's amazing.
It is amazing. It's like you feel like you're doing like a concert. It's awesome, the sound. So that explains it.
There you go.
Thanks to joinery.com.
Back to Wikipedia. It's actually a very modern theatre. It was built in 2004, so it's not even 20 years old. And it was designed by Jonathan Adams, Tim Green, Keith Vince, and Richard H. Powell.
Whoa.
So if you're a fan of any of their work, get yourself down to Wales Millennium
Centre. One of those theatre tours.
Yeah,
you're talking about
if they offered.
Do you know what, actually? If they offered a theatre tour, I'd recommend it. Not that I've ever been on it, but it's an interesting building. And just for the auditorium.
So interesting that you yawned throughout the entire segment.
Not the entire section. When you yawn, it's your soft palate. I'm not tired. I'm warming up for my section.
Oh, Dolly is as well. So obviously I talked quite a lot about design features there, and if you check our social medias, you will find exclusive photographs of many of the theatres we visit, courtesy of Rocky Horror Show legend Christian Labacombe. And he is still touring with Rocky Horror as Riff Raff. He's now in Italy, and he's done over 2,000 performances worldwide, and he's from Wales.
Doing over 2,000 performances is
mad.
Actually...
Because I think we were calculating the other day that I'll soon have done about 400.
Yeah, 2,000 performances. That is...
mad.
That is madness. In the same show.
But also, like, if you love your job,
yeah,
why not?
Yeah, absolutely. He's clearly doing something right. They haven't got rid of him yet after 2,000 shows, so I'm sure he's...
You can barely get through 200 before someone's like, oh, get someone else in.
I struggle to get through about 8 a week, so...
We know. Before we get on to this week's tour feature and what Dolly got up to this week, she's ready. We're going to take a short ad break.
G'day, and welcome to an extra short preview edition of Thrash and Treasure, the Torture Chamber musical comedy podcast where Mrs. Brill secretly goes for a booty call with Stacey Jacks. And speaking of a boot, I'm joined as unusual by my curmudgeonly cubic Canadian coffee date, who thankfully doesn't just come from away, he stays there. It's musical theatre radio head honcho, Mr. John Paul Yovanov. How's it going?
Hey, sadly, that's the nicest thing somebody said to me in like the last 6 months. So thank you.
Certainly the nicest thing I've said to you.
It actually, that is very true. Good point.
No, that's not true. We're very supportive of each other, even though we are arch nemesis.
We are, Mike. We all need our foil of some kind. James Bond has Blofeld. Garfield has Odie. Lasagna has Garfield, whatever that means.
Guess what? That's you, JP.
What?
What?
I had to get through the script.
We have another legendary West End diva in the Lion's Den tonight. But luckily, lion taming runs in her family because we're about to hear the main pride of Caleon roar. So let's pounce from lions to Wales, from whence this wonderful warbler whisked Charlie Girl and the boyfriend away to Greece to make her West End debut before escaping out of the rain and into the woods, well, Torchwood under Milkwood, to be specific, and then back home to Greece for Mamma Mia, again in London. So kiss me, Kate, and chuck the 5 kids and it in the back seat with JP so we can go cruising across the City of Angels to Camelot in Chitty Chitty Bang Bang as we drive this dreamy diva into our practically perfect torture chamber where it's curtains up with a spotlight on, an incredible career that leaves us all crazy for you. So throw your umbrellas in the air for the superlatively fantastic, exponentially hypnotic Queen Caroline Sheen. Yay, welcome to the torture chamber. Oh, I can see movement. Yay, I haven't frozen up.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Thank you so much. That was brilliant.
Glad you enjoyed it.
I loved it. I've heard Diane's podcast with you, and I remember her saying that there were things you mentioned that she'd forgotten she even did, and that was exactly the same for me. I was like, oh yeah, I remember that. That's what happens when you get old, isn't it? I think.
Now, your introduction was actually very hard to write because Spotlight, in all their wisdom, has decided to stop people from clicking on links and accessing the profiles unless you sign up and pay for it.
Oh, there's a lot of talk about Spotlight at the minute and
Ooh.
how difficult it is to access without having to pay through the nose for it. So, yeah, I'm not surprised, and I'm sorry about that.
That's fine. Look, I had to gather information from different places and try to piece it all together, and goodness gracious me. And is it true that your grandmother was a lion tamer?
Well, not my grandmother, no, but my grandfather's grandmother. So my great-great-grandmother was a lion tamer and
Wow.
apparently an elephant tamer as well.
And you can hear the full interview along with more incredible legendary guests on Thrash and Treasure, wherever you get your podcasts, exclusively to the Bloop Network.
So, given that we're in Wales, we thought it would be fun for this week's touring feature to discuss all the regional accents and vernacular around the UK. What?
We're back.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
I've skipped a bit. It's very unusual that Alfie's
Oh
right.
my god,
but-
look at me. I'm actually like on it, maybe.
Blimey. Right. Okay.
Yes.
We're back with Around the World in 80... Yeah. We're back with Around the World in 80 Plays. I'm Lizzie B, and that's...
Alfie Parker.
And that's...
Darling J. You can pick that up.
Do it again. Right. We're back with Around the World in 80 Plays. I'm Lizzie B, and that's...
Alfie Parker.
And that's...
Darling J.
And this week, we've got an appointment with the doctor because we're in Cardiff, Wales.
Yes.
Vocal damage from the Dolly impression.
Yeah.
So, given that we're in Wales, we thought it'd be fun for this week's touring feature to discuss all the regional accents and vernacular around the UK, Ireland, and even the world. Firstly, Alfie, do you know what vernacular means?
I do. Right, now on to the next section.
What do you think it means?
Right, we're discussing regional accents and vernacular. So let's say it is terms we use depending on which region we're from.
I'm going to get the official... My understanding is it's like the way people speak.
Like inflections, or here we go, drum roll.
The language or dialect spoken by the ordinary people in a particular country or region.
Okay, it's kind of what I thought it was, but I don't use the word vernacular.
Nah, vernacular, spectacular. The words of a vernacular. What's that song from Moulin Rouge? Spectacular, spectacular.
Spectacular.
Alfie loves vernacular. Yeah.
Waking up with Count Dracula.
In joke, because Alfie's obsessed with what's that piece of music?
Good morning.
Count Dracula vernacular. Oh dear. Maybe we can talk about the where's he from?
Transylvania.
Transylvanian accent as part of this segment.
I'm not, as long as we don't have to do these accents, because because I'll offend everyone, and I don't agree to that. I'll get cancelled. Every episode there's something that I do that's going to get me told off.
Yeah. That's the whole purpose. We'll get you cancelled. So there's loads of different accents across the UK and Ireland. And it's not just different cities or different regions. It can honestly be as specific as like different towns. Because we even are from towns really close to each other and our accents are very different.
Yeah, absolutely.
Any different words for things? I think my favourite, if we're talking about Wales, pop-de ping is the Welsh word for microwave.
Is that an official?
It is.
It is official?
Yeah.
Crazy.
And I love it because it's basically the sound a microwave makes. Pop-de ping.
In the UK, we're very divided in what we call our main meals as well. And I think that is something
and bread rolls.
Bread
that
rolls,
always gets people.
And then obviously across the whole world, you've got chips and then you've got fries and thongs. Talking on a tangent about flip-flops and, but in the UK...
That's an Australian thing though. In the UK, everyone would call them flip-flops.
Oh yeah, sorry.
And now I can tell my favourite joke now. What do you call a Frenchman wearing sandals?
I don't know.
Philippe Philop. I love that joke.
That is good. But yes, but in the UK, there's a big divide on whether you call it breakfast, lunch and dinner.
And I think like regional foods are so different in the UK as well.
Yeah. We're such a small country in the grand scheme of things. When you look at a map, we are tiny. And yet a different town next door will have a completely different culture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously in Wales we have the Welsh accent. In terms of adjusting to different accents, I think we are in an industry, especially in the UK, where we work with people with so many varying accents anyway. Like even when you think about the company of Sister Act, we've got American, Irish, Welsh, Scottish, Southern England, which is us. Right, anyway, this is my favourite question. Can you do any regional accents?
No.
Go on.
Where?
Right, Liverpudlian.
No, because it's going to offend everyone.
People, shuck 'em.
Is that not going to offend everyone?
That's my Liverpudlian accent.
Hey, calm down. How are you? How's that?
You like saying, you like doing your Newcastle, me tattoo.
Oh, yeah. Why, aye, man? Cooper. How's that?
Cockney.
I think people think that I talk...
Apples and pears.
Yeah, apples and pears.
As long as it ain't me.
Yeah, it's like lazy English, isn't it?
Irish. Top of the morning to ya.
That will offend everyone. I had an audition for Banana Man, and the director said, "Oh, so you're going to read for the policeman? So can you do it in Irish?" And I said, "I can't really do an Irish accent."
I know this story. You put it on your CV,
It's
haven't
on
you?
my CV. So I went.
That's why we don't lie on our Spotlight CV.
I said, "Oh, I can't really do an Irish accent." And he said, "Oh, well, it's here on your CV. It says you can." And he was like, "Shall I give you 10 minutes and then you can come back in?" And I said, "Yes, please." Got offered the part though. Got offered the job.
So you didn't do it.
Didn't do it in the end
because you don't like fruit. If it was Burger the musical.
Absolutely. Burger
Man. Yeah.
McDonald's the musical.
And now can you do your Welsh accent?
Can you give me something to say?
Yep. Welcome to Around the World in 80 Plays.
Welcome to Around the World in 80 Plays. I'm just going to offend it. It's the Welsh episode.
Do your Welsh accent.
Oh, welcome to Around the World in 80 Plays. It's offensive. It's not good.
Let me see, because my Welsh accent's quite good, but that is quite a hard sentence to say. Welcome to Around the World in 80 Plays.
Well, that's much better than mine.
Yeah. Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Welcome to Around the World in 80 Plays.
It's the 80. Welcome to Around the World in 80 Plays.
80 Plays.
Do your Tom Jones.
Oh yeah, baby. Spy on me, baby. Use a satellite.
See, that's your Welsh impression.
yeah, fair.
Sex bomb.
Talking of impressions, I can do a really good Dalek, actually.
On the Doctor Who episode, he actually can as well.
Right, now this is my voice. I'm not doing anything. I'm not doing anything with my hands or anything like that, kind of grabbing my throat. Here we go. Exterminate! Yeah, I practiced that. That's very good.
It's really useful as well.
Around the world! Yeah. 80 plays! I think it's pretty good.
It is
I am going to be off for
the rest of
the rest of the run. Yeah, there you go. There's that.
Now that you've got a sore throat, it's time for everybody's favourite segment. What did Dolly do? where I'm going to consistently interrupt you, yawn, and ask questions. Here we go.
Hopefully the music started.
Oh,
yeah, I
new
love
lost music.
Well, what did Dolly and I do this week? Well, well, we walked around the bay.
Yeah, I know you did.
We went on an art trail.
Oh, did you?
Mm-hmm. There's lots of architecture and sculptures around the bay. Now, I didn't do the whole art trail because it was going to take over 3 hours.
And you're lazy.
And I'm a lazy boy. No, it's quite a lot for Dolly as well. So
don't blame the dog.
I'm going to blame the dog. So we still had a walk. We walked for about an hour around the bay. And let me tell you about some of my favourite sculptures. Now, finished.
Yeah.
Welcome to my segment now.
Yeah, no, I love this segment. So I will stop because I'm not rude like you.
Thank you. I am rude. So, some of my favourite... Well, I am a rude boy. Some of my favourite sculptures were...
I don't want to know about your favourite sculptures. I want to know what Dolly's
What's the name? Dolly's favourites, then.
Well, can she tell us then?
My favourite was the Merchant Seaman's Memorial. It's an award-winning sculpture fusing together a sleeping head and a ship's hull. The sculpture is sited in front of the Welsh Parliament in Cardiff Seats in Cardiff Bay.
I actually know where that is as well.
It's right next to the theatre. Can you stop interrupting me, please?
No.
It was constructed using the traditional shipbuilding technique of riveting plates of metal together. If you want to find out more about this one, the source is johndesmond.com.
Almost as good as piperjoinery.co.uk.
That's johndesmond.com. Some of my other favourites. Now, this is a bronze sculpture of a young couple and their dog that stands. Yeah, you see, that stands in Mermaid Quay. It's called People Like Us, and it represents the people who lived and worked in the area, then known as Tiger Bay. In the days when it was... this was back in the days when it was a thriving commercial port. The work was created by sculptor John Clinch in 1993. And
Before we were born.
Yes. And if you'd like more information on this, you can visit stayinwales.co.uk.
Lovely sources.
I've tried this week. Look at me go. Now, Dolly's favourite work, and mine as well. Now, these are called the Beastie Benches.
Yes, I saw them.
These are a series of 9 carved brick benches from the bay and other art walks, because there's more than one, obviously. These are inspired by the mythical creatures described in the Dylan Thomas.
Yeah, Dylan Thomas. He's a really famous Welsh poet. He did Under Milk Wood.
Yes.
You don't know that, do you? Under Milk Wood is amazing.
But I do know, because it's in my notes, but I don't know. But yes. So these benches are inspired by the poem Ballad of the Long-Legged Bait, and they're by the remarkable reliefs on the nearby Pierhead building.
Sorry. I thought you were going to say who made them.
No, this is where you can find them.
Oh, right. They are by the artist, the remarkable...
I didn't say the artist, that's fine.
That's what it sounded like you were going to say, though. They're based on this, and they are by the remarkable reliefs.
I think this part of my notes got a bit squiffed.
That because you copied and pasted it?
I did, off vads.ac.uk. That's vads.ac.uk.
Oh, jeez, Louise.
So, yes, that's vads.ac.uk.
Thank you. And if you like the artist, the remarkable relief by the building.
My head notes have gone wrong. Ballad of the Long-Legged Bait.
Oh, no.
And by the remarkable reliefs on the nearby Pierhead building, the artist created a series of delightful beastie benches.
They are actually amazing as well, and Dolly genuinely loved them.
She did, and every single bench is different.
I'm literally crying.
They just look like different beasts.
Different beasts.
Yeah, you can find them by the remarkable reliefs.
You know that Harry Potter thing that's like fantastic beasts and where to find them?
Yeah.
Remarkable relief by the Pierhead building.
Yes, they were my favourites, and I have taken pictures of us visiting them. And
they are really cute pictures. It was so funny because we walked Dolly round a little bit of the trail each day, and then you did that longer one with her.
Yeah.
I tried to get nice pictures of her with all the things, and she didn't play ball. And then you came back, and it was like she'd done a professional photo shoot for you.
Yeah, there was a cute one where she was sitting next to a sculpture of a man, and I think she thought at one point he was like trying to give her a treat. Like he was just looking at the man, and I was like, no, he's not real. He's made out of bronze or something. It's quite a short and sweet segment for us. We walked round near the Norwegian church.
Yeah, and you were gutted, weren't you?
Because the cafe,
we haven't had time this week to get
the Yorkshire pudding wraps.
Oh, this sounds so good.
For any listeners who don't know what Yorkshire pudding is,
it's a British delicacy.
Basically, you
the best part of a roast dinner.
You fill it with gravy and peas and whatever you want really. Toad in the hole, British delicacy. It's sausages in a Yorkshire pudding. So yeah, they do wrap form of that.
We haven't had time.
No time.
I could probably make you one.
Yes, please. Well, it is nearly Christmas.
Nearly Crimbo. No, wait. Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
It is.
It is. It is.
I don't know who I am anymore.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Well done, Alfie, and well done, darling.
Oh yeah, sorry, Dolly didn't talk as much. The Dalek impression has kind of, I feel like, ripped some of my throat.
Didn't you mean Dolly's throat?
Dolly's throat. Oh, I can do a Kermit impression as well.
Oh, here we go.
So many impressions.
The full rep.
Oh, because it's Christmas. There's magic in the air. There's
Go.
laughter in the air.
It's my birthday to Christmas.
That was a duet between Kermit and Mr. Bean.
Hey! That's my Miss Piggy.
More gravel. Yeah, there you go.
Do you want to show anything else for the possible casting directors listening? How about your Irish again? Because that was starred on your Spotlight profile.
Yeah, I can do a bit of a man of no importance.
Okay.
Singing as well.
No.
But why not? Hey, it's the Musical Theatre podcast. I don't want to stand on the stage with a sword. How's that? I went to a pantomime once. I was bored.
Pantomime. I went to a pantomime.
Yeah, well, look. I need a dialect coach. I need Dylan. Is that his name?
He's dead. Like long dead.
Who?
The poet.
I'm not talking about a poet. I'm not a dialect coach. Who's Dylan?
Dylan Thomas.
No,
the Welsh poet.
I'm not talking about Dylan Thomas. I'm talking about the man that did our dialect. Kicky boots.
Richard Ryder.
Oh, Richard, not Dylan. Richard. I need Richard.
I don't think you do.
Right.
Good eye. Throw another shrimp on the barbie. That's what people from Australia say.
What else do they say?
A yabby on the barbie.
Hey, you drongo.
And everything sounds like a question.
You're such a bogan.
No, up at the end. You're such a bogan.
Would it be bogan?
Yeah. You're such a bogan. They always throw it up at the end. It's like they're asking a question all the time.
Right.
Oh, Struth.
Nice.
You're terrible, Muriel.
Terrible.
Terrible.
Terrible. She had to win.
Those flaming galahs.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Terrible. Just terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible.
Terrible, terrible, terrible.
Terrible.
See, I love Strictly Ballroom.
Never seen it.
Do you know the Bogo Pogo? It's a great film. One of Baz Luhrmann's early work.
I've never seen it.
Terrible. Just terrible. Apparently our accents are terrible.
Oh, they are just terrible.
Terrible.
But nice try.
Where are you from?
Anywhere, man. Anywhere. I'm so versatile, they all merge into one.
Should we move on?
I think it's best.
So do I. Yeah, I think that's definitely a good place to finish up for this week's episode.
Is that the end? That's the end. Just cut straight to the end.
Next week we are in... That sounded like a fart. I promise that was Alfie attempting to do a drum roll, not him dropping his guts.
What do I get?
Next week we're in... our pyjamas, because we're taking a break.
Oh, yes. We are in our pyjamas.
Please, someone help. I'm going to start advertising for new co-host.
New partner.
New partner.
Well, yes, we are in our pyjamas.
Well done. That sounded a bit more excited. Now, if you're good with maths, we're recording this while we're in Cardiff in November 2023, but we have 2 more stops before the tour takes a 2-month break for the Christmas and pantomime season. So, in order for us to stay ahead of episodes airing, we're going to drop our episodes in 5 legs of 7 stops. So whilst this is our Christmas episode, which is dropping on Boxing Day, we recorded it in November, along with Bradford and Sunderland, both of which won't air until we return for our new episodes in February. And if you think you're confused, it makes sense to our producer. We don't even know what's going on, to be honest. Alfie's face honestly looked like man seeing fire for the first time just then. So
it's just,
Alfie doesn't know what day of the week it is.
It's just too much for me.
I know, babe. It's all right. Anyway, look out for the next leg of 7 episodes, which will begin airing in February, where Alfie will be stopping in Leicester, Dublin, Derry, Brighton, and Manchester, along with obviously Bradford and Sunderland, because I am doing Sister Act in London. Woo!
Well done. Congratulations.
Thanks.
You will be missed, but, casting for the tour will be announced soon. So do not worry. The tour is still happening. I will not be going to London. I'm going to stay here through choice and nothing else. Has the cast been announced yet?
I think we can probably say, yeah.
I think so.
Because by the time this goes out,
Yeah.
it will have been.
You're in the very safe hands of Clive Rowe.
Yeah,
The
Clive,
the absolute
get the
icon.
proper Eddie Souther back. Olivier nominee.
Yeah, okay. Hey, look, I'll hold down the fort.
Duke from Tracy Beaker.
So you're in the very safe hands of Clive, who helped me hold down the fort here.
He was lovely to you.
Very
We love
nice.
Clive.
Yeah, good guy, and some other awesome people.
Yeah, seeing as this is our Cardiff episode, we get Ruth Jones as my Mother Superior from Gavin and Stacey.
Yes, and I also get to work with Ruth.
Yes, and she's going to do Dublin.
She's doing Dublin, so we can both talk about Ruth in our
Yeah.
future reps.
Anyway, you can find us on the social medias at 80 Plays Podcast. That's one word with the number 80 Plays Podcast. Something else to mention before we stop talking about Wales and Cardiff is that the amazing Russell T Davies came to watch Sister Act here.
Yes.
Me and Alfie are very, very close with the lovely Leslie Joseph, who we've been working with on Sister Act. We love her. She's so generous to us and we respect her so much as well. And yeah, earlier this week, we just got a text from her. I'm with Russell T Davies. He watched the show tonight and he loved both of you in the show. And we were like, oh my God, we love him.
Yeah.
We were talking earlier about It's a Sin. Definitely one of the best programmes ever to come out of this country. And obviously Doctor Who. So thank you, Russell.
Thank you, Russell. And I'm available to do the Daleks' voices or just to be any kind of monster you need.
No costume required.
I know it's all provided just with how I look in general life.
And will work for Hot Dog.
As previously mentioned. Well, it's been one big plug this episode.
Yeah, definitely. For
Absolutely.
you.
I think the emails are going to come flooding.
And I think this next bit, which you're always really good at, is only going to help.
I've practiced.
Here we go then.
One take, here we go. And did you know that you can purchase our theme song, Blue Sky, by Australian band Walken? Yep, you can help support our show and own the full track. All thanks to Drew and the boys of Walken. So thank you to them, because we're truly grateful for the support. So,
here we go.
So if you go to www.thetonistonTales.com/bookstore, thank you, right at the very top, you'll see our logo where you can buy your own MP3 of Blue Sky. MP3 of Blue Sky, which will help us fund this epic adventure across the UK and Ireland. Plus, we can buy dollies and treats along the way. And shout out to Drew, who's been listening every week.
Oh, Drew.
Go on, Drew.
Go on, Drew. This one's for you.
Love you, Drew.
Bit much. But that was very good.
Thank you. I've been practicing.
I don't think you have, but well done. So if you have any questions, suggestions, or comments, you can email us at 80dayspodcast. That's karma. Podcast.
80 Days Podcast.
It's quite accurate for us.
Yeah.
Podcast. If you have any questions, suggestions, or comments, you can email us at 80playspodcast@gmail.com. That's one word, 80playspodcast@gmail.com. And now, in the words of Christine Daae,
Think of me fondly when we said goodbye.
Where I was before.
Dolly's got rage.